Well, she'd hide inside her room, next to the records that she collects, looking for better ways to spend the hours and the days that don't connect. She was down on herself, and just wishing that she had someone to say. Sometimes the sad feels better than feeling good, and that's okay. You know, sometimes we do want blue skies to fade away into clouds of perfect grey. She thought a life of just happiness sounds pretty sad anyway. So she tied herself over by tying blankets around her waist and racing around the room with the power she so craved. Yes, she was Superwoman. A super suit that suited her best, red trails that flew behind her with an S on her chest. See, with that blanket on her body, she could be anyone. Yes, she could be anywhere. Or she could beat down on the sounds of lonely and scared and break away from the bubble that troubled her cares. It was a path to a new you, but who knew that she too would run around with such blues, passing people in pain, but she'd just smile on through. And so she'd keep herself inside and hide in her room with a view. Let imagination run wild with a floor of lava, this child of laughter running after the same life that passed her. Yeah, passing time by picking pillows and shadowboxing with herself, trying to chase it off her body to see how Peter Pan felt. And Peter Pan and the gang would sit and watch from the shelf. The Lost Boys and other toys knew that something was out. But since Toy Story gave away the game, they weren't allowed to scream and shout. Yeah, they weren't allowed to move around her and keep her calm, while the sound, the thunder and rain that came every winter found her. You found her and pushed her down to the deep depths underwater. If only it was normal to have down days, she thought. And that thought made her sad, like airports at Christmas. And saying goodbye to the ones who will miss us. They're saying goodbye to the ones who will fly into that dark night sky, and you stand there and witness. You stand there and grimace. You wave and you finish with tears streaming down your face. You fall and you feel it. You fall to the floor in a ball and you scream it. And she picked up her favorite book and threw it hard to the ground. And it landed with a loud sound, and from out of it slid a note that had never been found. Signed, Mother. And she picked it up with trembling fingertips and started to read aloud. Reading aloud the wise words of motherly wisdom. Yet her eyes burnt from the first verb so lovingly written. She felt hurt at first, but then she read and she listened. And it said, with love and with light, in the chapters of life, pain will always hold a page. And sometimes the process of progress is an uncomfortable phase, but once you read through the writing, you'll see that lighter days are just a chapter away. But while you're in the middle of it all, don't pretend to be okay, because sometimes the sad feels better than feeling good. So let it stay. Yeah, let it stay where you spend a smile with a friend. The ones who hold you in their home without charging you rent. Yeah, the ones who know that you're alone from the way you pick up the phone. That lower tone that they own, they hear it, because they're heavenly sent. Yeah, how often we neglect the down days and just spin them with a smile. If only we spoke for a while, we'd see that beings are wild and that feelings like seasons will go and change with the times. So love all of you, including the sad parts of your mind. And that's my sister. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I've been Dan Whitlam.